I'm Shirley and this is my flosstube channel, Crazy Cat Lady Stitches, and thank you very much for joining me today. If you're new, a very big hello, and I hope you like this little video, and if you could hit the like and subscribe button, I'd be very appreciated. And if you leave me a comment, I always see them, and if I've seen them, I'd heart them, and if I reply, I've got something to say. I am now doing March/April's update. Today is the 18th of April and I have been a little busy bee in some respects. At the beginning of the month I was at a retreat hosted by Floss Friends UK at Rotherham. Now that's a brilliant retreat for me because in the morning it's 6 minutes there and on the way back it's 12, so it's really close to me. Anyway, I had a wonderful time and I had some buys, but I'll show you that in my next video, which is going to be a hauls video. You're going to be lucky. There might be 2 videos for me today. So first of all, let's get on with what's been happening. As I said, I've been to the retreat, and when I was at the retreat, I technically had a finish earlier on in the month, but I haven't shown you, and I had a retreat finish. I managed to ring the bell. Now this is the Apothecary. Let me just say, it's a bit creased. That's it, the Apothecary. This is by the Stitchy Witcher and it's on even weave. I've still got the tag here. 32 count, and this is one of her dyed fabrics, and you can see it's really effective, and I have got a good amount left for me to do some stitching on once I've cut this one off and to frame it. So that's the first one, and the next one was part of my smalls exchange at this retreat, and it was the Prairie School S for Spring. Now I'll put a picture of the design up and a picture of the recipient up, who was Sophie, who's known as Stitchy Ferret. She has her own Etsy shop and she dyes her fabrics, threads and everything, and there's some lovely things in her shop. I splurged. Now the new starts. For someone who was doing very minimal no starts, I think this is 7 of 8, no 8, maybe 9 of the year. And this I started at the retreat because I ran out, and it is, let me just get the pattern, Cottage Samplers, oh, beg your pardon, and it is Cottage Garden samplings, and it's Santa's house. Excuse me, I'm just putting the fan on. It's really hot in here. It gets really hot when you close the door. So if you hear a hum, it's the fan, so I'm sorry. I'm just getting too hot. So yeah, so this is Santa's house. I'm stitching it on 40 count, 1/2, and this is my progress so far. I have done the roof 3 times. Now the first time I did it at the retreat, and I had magnifying glass but no very good light, and when I came to do this bit I found that I had miscounted, so I had to rip all that out, restart it. Then when I finished this and started this, I miscounted again. So I've moved this along and just starting here. So I'll be working on that on and off during the month. And this is one of my experiments of a project bag. Making this, I've made some ideas how, if I make another one, what I'll do, but this is what it is. And in here I received this morning from Coffee Craft Fabrics my second house and the fabric to stitch it on, so I'll put it in there until I finish this one, and then I can just move it along. So I'm hoping to do all 12 houses. I know I'm about 2 to 3 months behind, but that is how things are. another new start, and I started this mainly because I bought this fabric. It's Coffee Craft Fabrics again, and it's this lovely pink, and I am doing black velvet from Ink Circles. I'll put the picture up there. I started this in the evening of the retreat, and I bought, as I said, bought the material from the retreat. So that's my progress so far. It's on 40 count 1/1, and I think it's just going to fit inside or this square or just a little bit over. So that's that one. So let me just see if I can show it to you. There we go. I love this colour, and I've got a good half left. I might cut it off before I finish it and do another one. And I'm stitching it in. I mustn't forget what I'm stitching it in. Let me just get this back in here. It's one of those funny ones. I am stitching it in Silks for You PR043. This. It's the same thread that I'm using on my No Time Like the... I can never get it right. This year's Modern Folk Embroidery. It's also being stitched in this thread. I've got tons of it because you end up with loads when you buy from Silks from You. You get something equivalent to 30 to 33 skeins of DMC. So I know I've got plenty to do that one and the others. So let me just put that one down there. The next one is also a new start. And this is the Historical Sampler Sow, All Things Grow. I'm still working on part 1. I'll take this one out of the frame because I've moved the frame across. Again, Coffee Craft fabric. This is 32 count, 2/2. Using the Call for DMC colours. It comes in 4 parts, and I think I've now got all 4 parts. So that is my progress so far. Isn't that material beautiful? I just love how it variegates down. So hopefully I will have plenty on it, but I just love that material. So that is that one. Just put it back in here. I'm trying to be tidy as I go along. It's not a big room, it's a box room in here, and it gets crowded pretty quickly. I just looked at my whips. I've got a lot to go through. So, and then that's not in that one, that's it. Then the next one I have got is I've been working on. I'll find the photograph of my previous progress, and again, Coffee Craft Fabrics. Yeah, I've cut this one to shape. And this is the Country Garden Samplers Owl, and I'm using the Cool 4 colours, and this is my progress so far. I think the last time you saw it, you might have had, I've done all that and started colouring in this. So I've finished off, started the branches, and I'm going to finish off down here and work my way up before I shift to the top half of the picture design and move it across, because there is, as you can see, quite a lot of tree on that side. So just to show you the progress. And I love stitching it. It's an easy, nice stitch. And I'll tell you what the fabric is, because I've got the rest of the fabric here. As I said, Coffee Craft, even weave, 32 count. 32 is my usual standard for even weave, but I am now slowly moving to 40. I have got some more that you can see projects fabric to come in. So that's that one. So the next one is my modern folk embroidery. I'll put the picture up here and any pictures of previous progress. Now I know when I last showed you this I had to frog all this, so I've now filled all this in. I filled the missing bits and I've started working across here, and I'll be pulling this out again this month, and I'll just see how things go. But I am using the Silks for You on, I think it's 40 count. 40 count, 1/1, and I'm using Silks for You PR126, a gorgeous red, it's variegated, and then the PR43. So I mean, I've still got another big hank like this as well somewhere in my Silks for You box. I've got a box full of it. So that's that one. I might have to go, I think I've missed one. Yes, I've missed one. Let me nip down and get that one, and I'll be back in a minute. Right, I'm back. I had last week a little bit of a full coverage bug, so I pulled out something I've not worked on since before Christmas, and this is Celtic Cross Stitch by Pandora X Stitch. I'll put the photo up for you, and I have managed to complete this box and sort of work my way across, starting to work my way across this one. I'm using Royal Rose and it's working all right, but I am also doing a row at a time. So I'll stitch a row, get to the end of the 10, stitch the next row, parking as I go along, and hopefully I won't make so many mistakes as going cross country. It's just one of those things, and I'm just closing my eyes to the back of this because it's not my usual happy place, but no one's going to see it in the long run. So let me just bring that forward, see if I can get it into focus. And that's my progress so far on that one. And my last one I've got, not least, I have done some work on my astrology cat from Heaven and Earth. Well, let me just put this one in and I can get that one out. So here we go, the owl bag, and get this fabric out. Last time I spoke to you I said I was doing cross country and I'd given up on Royal Rose. I have gone back to doing a form of Royal Rose like I described. Cross country, I was just getting lost again, miscounting. So the way I'm doing it now is either in 20 by 20 block or 10 by 20 block, and I'm going across one stitch at a time and parking, going across. It's a bit slower, but I'll make less mistakes that way, and that's my progress so far. I'm woefully behind, so I've got to get my finger out and doing some more of that. So might do that, but you can see how confetti heavy it is. I'm just moving into different colours from the brown. And that is my whips for this month and a bit. So in my next video I'm going to be talking about patterns I've bought and some materials that I've received recently or bought while I've been out and about in retreat. Plans for April, as I said, I've been to the retreat, so the next big thing I've got is my Wales trip where we're going to create nostalgia, so I better save my pennies. I have got an FFO and she is with the framers at the moment. She's actually been framed, but I'm not picking her up until July when we do big stitch, so it gives me a little time to save pennies. But yeah, she's all ready. I've seen the photograph and she looks gorgeous, so I'm really looking forward in July, August time showing that to you. What else have we got? And then in June I'm away to Northampton with the Nomad, I want to say Nomad, but the Noban retreat. It'd be my first residential retreat. That'd be nice. I can stay and have a little guzzle, a little sip of something nice while I'm there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So that is all for the now. I'll see you in my next video, but until the next time I see you, take care and keep stitching. See you soon.